Plus, the excitement of the holidays marks the perfect time for burglars to strike. Tips to keep your home safe. And I'm Choi Lin. Last month, Mayor Steve Allender sent a letter to the City Council asking them to consider transitioning from our current system known as Dillon's Rule to Home Rule. With a spike in deer versus car crashes in Sturgis, the city's police department is taking the issue into their own hands. Sturgis Police Department made a deal with South Dakota Game, Fish and Parks last year to alleviate the deer population in the city. From deer tearing up the brush and gardens of residents' homes to seeing an increase in deer versus car accidents throughout the city, police started their deer harvest program. Last year, GFP gave the police licenses to remove 20 deer. This year, the police requested to shoot 60 deer. All the deer harvested will go to residents who have filled out an application. However, residents will have to pay for the processing costs, which will range from $50 to $95 per deer. If there is any meat remaining, the rest will go to the Kiwanis Food Pantry to distribute to the less fortunate during the holiday season. There is one more thing the Chief of Police wants people to keep in mind. Police will alleviate the deer till January. Visit our website to find out where to file an application for the deer meat. The holiday season often comes with travel, making it easier for burglars to scout out your home while you're away. Our Natalie Morris talked with a property crime investigator on some tips and tricks to keep your home safe during the busy season. A recent national investigation by the Associated Press found that accidental shootings by law enforcement are linked to lack of training. But Pennington County law enforcement is confident in their training. Anderly Penwell looks at Pennington County Sheriff's Office's program and why they say it's effective. Well, it was another cold day today, and it's really cloudy too, so it's kind of gloomy.
Yeah, it was really kind of bitter, I guess. I would consider it, although not as bitter as it could be if we were up in, say, Minnesota or somewhere like that, North Dakota maybe, but cool enough anyway. Let's bring in meteorologist David Stradling to see if we can shake off this cold spell. David?
Yeah, definitely cool enough to have the winter jacket, maybe with some gloves and a hat, but we are going to be warming up tomorrow.
But the groups involved say it's possible, and they have a plan. The story is after the break right here on Black Hills Fox News at 9. And it has many longtime voters in the UK thinking of crossing party lines. That story is in tonight's Fox Files later in the hour. Drones are a popular item on people's holiday wish list, but the Federal Aviation Administration recently released a video reminding buyers to be careful with their drones. Our Alexis Davila explains some of the consequences people can face. You won't get much argument that prescription drug prices can be high. The debate comes in over what to do about it. Democrats are working on a bill through the U.S. House that Speaker Nancy Pelosi says would lower drug prices. South Dakota Republican Senator John Thune says this bill is not the answer. Thune says the U.S. leads the world in prescription drug innovation and says a big reason for that is because the U.S. government doesn't dictate drug prices. Coming up, the Salvation Army is changing with the times and putting out the kettle for cashless donations.
This is your Skyview forecast.
So yeah, it's been cold and I've been very well prepared because of your forecast telling us it's gonna get cold and today and tomorrow, whatever. But is it gonna get warm, whatever?
It does. We do get a little warm tomorrow. We're back to near 40 degrees, which is above normal, but unfortunately by the weekend it's going to be cold again. But the future is looking bright for us, and I'll be talking about that later in my forecast.
And we'll be right back after the break. A new report by the Governor's Highway Safety Association takes a closer look at tackling the issue of drunk driving. The association claims that looking at mental health issues, among other things, may help curb drinking and driving in the future. Fox's Josh Rosenthal takes a closer look in tonight's Your Health. And we'll be right back with your business news after the break. Small Business Saturday is often seen as the onset of the holiday season, but with the recent blizzard impacting the area, the event was pushed to another date. Our Cali, Montana spoke with a few small businesses to see how the day fared out. One Japanese auto company issues a massive recall, and which company has the best work environment in the U.S.? Fox Business Network's Jackie DeAngelis has that answer and more in tonight's Fox Means Business Report. Coming up after the break, the Rapid City Rush look to start a new winning streak with Wheeling Nailers in town. And our Athlete of the Week took first place in the wrestling tournament last weekend, but he's got bigger goals in mind this season. Those stories and more when we come back with Black Hills Fox Sports.
Boy, those Rush got to get back in the winning streak again.
Yeah, a couple of home losses. Well, they got a couple chances this weekend. See what they can do.
And you can't win them all.
You cannot win them all.
All right. Thank you, Patrick. Final weather when we come back.
Rick Damangelo shares a preview of Richard Jewell.
I remember that. That was a scary time. And police were looking for a suspect. Yeah.
Wow.
So those kind of movies, I like the movies that are theoretically based on real stories, real events. Yeah. So that would be one worth seeing, I think.
Clint Eastwood pretty much always knocks him out of the park. So.
Yeah, he's got a good track record, doesn't he?
I'd say so.
Yeah. All right, guys. Have a good evening. Stay warm, and we'll see you back here tomorrow night at 9.